We have all of those headlines for you soon, but first a look at weather, especially on the last day, Tracy, the very last day of the new year. What do you have for us?
Well, we've got some nice weather today. It's a little breezy out there. If you've stepped outside, that wind is blowing. It is not kidding around. We're going to take a look at those gusts here in just a second. But 55 in central Arkansas, those 40s to our north as that northwesterly flow continues to push all of that cooler air into the state. Looking at your hour-by-hour forecast for New Year's Eve, we're going to see these temperatures not get much warmer. Mid-50s is what we're looking at. Those breezy conditions will continue at least through sunset, and then we'll start to cool off. And those clear skies, well, they're going to let temperatures drop. So currently right now, northwesterly flow around 18 miles per hour, but we are looking at some really big gusts out there. We do have a gust around 36 miles per hour. So again, if you're heading out today, just know that it is going to be a bit breezy and making it feel just a little bit cooler, but we're going to take a look at your New Year's Eve forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Well, as we enter the colder months, we want to remind you of the dangers of using a space heater. An investigation in Pine Bluff ruled a space heater to be the cause of a Monday morning house fire that killed one person. Fire Chief Sean Howell insists you'd think twice when plugging in a heater.
They're intended to be plugged directly into the wall and not use extension cord. And that's where we see trouble with people starting to use extension cords. They're too close to items, i.e. the bedspreads, curtains. Just want everyone to be safe out there this winter season as things continue to, temperature continues to drop. And just again, our prayers are with those family members that lost their loved ones.
The National Fire Protection Association provides cautionary advice. Keep all heaters out of the way of foot traffic. It's best that you buy one that auto turns off. And most importantly, keep them at a recommended 3 feet from flammable items. Well, we're under halfway through the day into the new year. A new set of codes will govern the state come 2025, some reinforcing safety and citizen access. THV 11's Ashley Godwin has the changes.
The goal with this is to sort of stop this revolving door of habitual offenders wreaking havoc in our communities.
A new year means some new policies will be enacted. In 2025, the Protect Arkansas Act will go into full effect. Right now, people charged with violent felonies like capital murder, kidnapping, or aggravated robbery are having to serve 100% of their sentence. In 2025, more criminal charges are being added to that list.
What we call the buckets of 50 and 25%. Those are going to be like your sex assault 2 crimes. Those are going to be, theft.
Another piece of that act, a new prison. Just this week, Governor Sanders said the project is still moving forward. The prison is expected to be built in Franklin County, adding 3,000 beds.
I think it'll be a little while yet before we actually see, shovels in the ground and work beginning there.
This next year, we'll also see changes to parts of the LEARNS Act. In the legislation, the Arkansas Department of Education is required to develop and maintain a phone app that will help people looking for a job.
It's kind of a one-stop shop. I think that they're working really hard on getting those types of things implemented.
This is supposed to be finished in January. We reached out to the Department of Education for an update on the progress of the app, and we were told they won't have any information to give us until next month. And as we get into 2025, the Arkansas legislature will enter into a new General Assembly session. Already, there are bills being introduced.
I think it's going to be a very busy session. I think this session is going to come down a lot to the budget, meaning what can we afford? And so what are the things that are going to cost money that we know that we need to do and we need to prioritize?
In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
Well, as mentioned, the state is making progress on the proposed prison in Franklin County. However, the Franklin County and River Valley Coalition wants an investigation launched into the Arkansas Development Finance Authority. The group is making claims over President Mark Conan, and Chief Legal Counsel Jake Bleed. The coalition obtained a set of emails between the two. Representatives claim Conan and Bleed made misinformative statements regarding the land purchase and its intent.
The deception to a public board, they did not disclose to their own board what the purpose of the land purchase was.
The claims Cohen never told the board the true purpose of the land. The Arkansas Development Finance Authority has not responded to requests for comment. Millions will fill Times Square tonight for New Year's Eve celebrations. Underneath the celebration is an elaborate security protocol. Nikki Batiste shares the preparations.
Long before the clock strikes midnight and the confetti drops, the New York Police Department is hard at work keeping those celebrating safe.
It'll be busy here. Yes, it'll be. We've got, some 70,000 networked cameras.
It's here in the Joint Command Center where the New York Police Department is monitoring thousands of resources deployed across the city, ready to detect threats from guns to radiation.
You're going to have representatives from across our own department, other agencies, all here looking at all of these cameras around us, sharing information and intelligence in real time.
Rebecca Weiner is the Deputy Commissioner of Counterterrorism and Intelligence for the NYPD.
How would you rate your concern for New Year's Eve?
Anytime you have this amount of people coming into such a confined space over a long duration of time, it is going to be a desirable target for somebody to do something bad.
Authorities say tonight's security plan has been calibrated to what's happening overseas following the Christmas market attack in Germany. Trucks will be in place to prevent vehicle ramming, a now common sight among big events here.
We'll make sure each one of those who come here to visit and enjoy the ball drop will be safe.
From coast to coast, law enforcement is sharing the same message.
We all know that public safety begins with us.
While in Boston, officials are asking those out celebrating to remain vigilant and report any suspicious behavior. As Atlanta prepares for its famous peach drop downtown, authorities there are dispatching hundreds of additional officers.
And wherever the city may call upon its police department, we're going to be there. We'll be there quickly.
Nikki Batiste, CBS News, New York.
At home, you should be mindful of how you ring in the new year. Shooting guns and fireworks is illegal within capital city limits. It's encouraged to not fire weapons at midnight. Local authorities will be on high alert through tomorrow, so if you hear gunfire, you should immediately call 911. Now, if you want to party the right way, our team has you covered. You can find all of the local hotspots around town. Just find this story on THV11.com. Once you get there, start strolling. We'll have the place and time where you need to be. The list covers most of Central Arkansas. The threat of rabbit fever is on the rise. Arkansas could be at risk for infection. Learn what health leaders say about the disease ahead at 12:18.
We've got 40s and 50s out there, plus some really breezy wind conditions. I'll let you know what your New Year's Eve forecast is going to look like coming up right after the break.